warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online. Alright, 3K.
Class war, class war, class war, class war, race war, race war. Which one will we end on?
Hey look, things are definitely getting interesting now.
Right? Yeah, it's, God, it's such a thing because, I guess, right, again, looking at the parallels of, it's such a weird thing for this. It's so weird for, like, what Black Sun is talking about, because it's like, I don't know if Kamen Rider can address these, like, topics with the like, delicacy necessary. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, it's similar to, like, when Attack on Titan, when it turns out, oops, all Nazis, and you go, ooh, I don't know if that was the play in this giant thing, in this show about, Apocalypse World with, meat giants, like, that was not where I was expecting this to go. This is now like, yeah, so, I mean, some of the kaijin are good, and some of the kaijin are bad, and some of the people are good, and some of the people are bad. Not all kaijin. Look, it's, yeah, you know, not all kaijin, and also, you know, maybe sometimes not all black people are civil rights leaders, and maybe we don't need to talk to them and put them on every podcast and ask them their opinions about stuff, like Hitler and the Nazis, because maybe they have bad ideas. But yeah, hey, back and forth we go on Kamen Rider Black Sun. We're here on episode 4.
Episode 4, yep.
Yeah.
I was getting, because they didn't want to give these titles, I guess.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, and I was gonna start making up titles. The one where a kid shits on a man's head.
If I was gonna give this a title, I would says, add butter next time. You know.
Yeah.
Right. Just give it a nonsensical title that you have to watch the episode to understand the meaning of the title.
Yeah.
You know, right?
That's
how you create a mystery and you keep the audience engaged, right?
Yeah.
Why
sure.
is this named this way? You know, right?
Yeah. Where does this line come from? Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, boy, right off the bat, hey, look, continuing from where we left off in the past, it's mystery, it's escape from the city time. We've stolen the Creation King, and we're running away to go be hippies in the 70s and, like, basically steal our god and keep him safe.
That's right, we won't let the government get him.
Yeah, this feels like if a bunch of hippies, like, kidnapped a gorilla from a zoo.
Okay.
Like, and they were just like, listen, they're gonna put down, like, Bobo, and they're gonna shove it, like, if we leave, here's one, if we don't act now, they're gonna shoot Harambe, okay? We've gotta protect Harambe.
I was gonna say, this is the plot, what you're describing right now is a plot of a movie from the 90s, so...
I mean, yeah, I'm describing the plot of Free Willy. I'm describing fucking, like...
Boy. Oh, no, there's another movie that's...
With a gorilla?
Yeah. Well, boy, did you not watch this movie as a child?
I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm literally pulling this from the recesses of my mind. What the fuck was the name of it?
I'll let you know the name of the movie, because me and William actually talked about this movie last year for Nostalgic Summer. Oh yeah, that's what we're calling it.
George, no, what was
no,
it?
Is that George? Hey, I'll let you know. It is
90s gorilla movie.
Before you look at the title, right, I'll let you know. They got a music license very easy because of it. All right, of the title.
Is it Born to Be Wild?
Yep.
Oh, damn. That really gave me. That's the music thing was the giveaway, because I looked at two of them. I'm looking at what I guess are all the 90s gorilla movies.
What?
Where
there's more on 90s gorilla.
Well, there's George of the Jungle and Tarzan, right?
Yeah.
So those two, I was like, okay, well, I watched those, I know those. Here's the other ones that I see, and this is the one I think I was thinking of. Mighty Joe Young.
Oh, I don't remember that. I never saw that.
That came out in '98, and it's like a 15-foot mountain gorilla.
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure this one was like Mighty Joe Young was like mini King Kong situation. Then there's Buddy, Congo,
Yeah.
Born to Be Wild, which I guess is the one that you're talking about, Instinct, which I think it has fucking Anthony Hopkins? The fuck?
Yeah, it's also hard R too. It's real funny. All these other movies are like
The
TV.
Bloody Ape. Then there's Mom, Can I Keep Her, with I think the older brother from fucking Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. I'm looking. There are, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 10 movies about gorillas that were made in the 90s.
Really? Like, that's not even counting all the ones that were made about monkeys in general.
That's really fucking. I did not realize there were that many movies in the 90s with gorillas in it. Holy shit.
Oh my god, oh my god, it is. He is Reese from Malcolm in the Middle. Holy shit. It's actually Reese from Malcolm in the Middle. Wait, he's the chief creative. He is now, as of 2010, he's the chief creative officer of Virgin Produce, a film and television development, packaging, and production company announced by Virgin Group. So he's working for Virgin, like, Media as a fucking CCO.
Oh, hey, that's pretty good. You know, hey, that's
He's only 36. That's fucking nuts. Yeah, also, the gorilla in Mom, Can I Keep Her is clearly someone in a fucking, like, gorilla suit, and it's fucking
hey, that's the... Hey, look, in Born to Be Wild, it was the exact same thing as well. You know?
Jeez. And then there's The Urban Gorilla in 1990, which looks like a documentary. Yep, it's a documentary television film from National Geographic, explores the lives of gorillas in an urban environment. Boy, that doesn't sound like a racist propaganda.
I don't think this 90s gorilla movie has anything to do with gorillas.
Yeah, it really also didn't do anything to save Harambe, so I don't think it was worth it.
No, I'm looking at this. So I looked at that. There's like one called Gorilla Bays at Nude. I don't think this actually has to do
Gorilla Bays at Nude was pretty great. I really like that one. I just like that title. I like Bloody Gorilla and Gorilla Bays at Nude.
I don't think Gorilla Bays at Nude actually has a gorilla.
After you get a bloody gorilla, they've got to bathe at noon to clean themselves off.
Like, everything else is actually related to gorilla, but then...
just have gorilla in the name. They're completely... Actually, yeah.
I just picked it up. It says, oh yeah, hey, this guy's looking for a 90s gorilla movie in the search.
Technically, it said gorilla in it.
Put this in just in case. You don't know. He could be searching for gorillas.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna put this movie. Boy, is this movie streaming anywhere? Hold on.
Which one?
Gorilla Bays at Noon.
Gorilla Bays at Noon. I didn't see it.
Let's see. Hold on, let's read the plot synopsis before. The division between East and West Germany is no more. This movie might not be what I think it is. And so Russian officer Lazikhin is standing in Berlin.
Hold on, it's on Turner Classic Movies. You can get it for
no order, no underlings, or no comment for which to sympathize. As he aimlessly treks through the city, he rants about politics to no one in particular.
Oh wait, AFI. The AFI Fest has AFI Film Festival, November 2nd through 6th. Damn, just missed it. Fuck.
Jeez. This movie's not definitely that one. I think
we could have gone to the AFI. Could have gone to the AFI.
He visits a zoo in you think he visits the Germany zoo at some point and say, "Oh, that gorilla is bathing. It's at noon. It's noon, and that gorilla isn't bathing." You know. I hope they work the title in somehow in the movie.
I hope that it's just he stands out stoically as the wall between East and West Germany crumbles. You know, Gorbachev tears down that wall, and then someone just stands there stoically, goes,
"Oh, cool! Finally, the full movie's on YouTube." Sick.
Finally, the gorilla bathes at noon, and it makes no. And it's like, what is this supposed to be? A fucking like a phrase? I've never heard this before in my life.
Jesus Christ! Look, back on topic. It's Kamen Rider Black Sun again.
Yeah. Anyway, this is with their own mighty. As in Kamen Rider Black Sun, where they run off with their own mighty Joe Young, the Creation King, a giant bug man that they milk for his tasty, tasty bug juices. Oh Jesus! Oh God!
Boy, that was a whole journey.
That was a great. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! The gorilla movies. Oh fuck! 90s gorilla movies. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was great. Everyone made my day.
Yum. Let's get these juices from Creation, and then let's have Aoi's dad drink this.
Yeah, let's all figure out. Yeah, it's all this stuff about people having to drink and eat shit that they didn't want to eat. Eat the meat jello. You eat the meat jello. You're gonna turn into
it's good for you. It's good for you.
Yeah,
Yum.
Yeah, time to change, bitch.
Right.
There's
a lot of stuff that happens this episode.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff happening, and it's also just continuing to. I think that so far I'm okay with how they're doing the parallel timelines, because it's mostly just explaining things that you wouldn't lose. You wouldn't lose that much context for if you didn't have it, but it definitely helps this plot. I just don't necessarily know if I like the timing that they have for when they cut in the 1970s parts and the present day parts, because it's just sometimes you're like, oh, okay, and then it just cuts back, and because so many of the characters are alive and especially with Heaven and Nobuhiko, it's okay, so this is past Nobuhiko. Okay, so we're in the present. We're in the past now. This is present. Literally, I think they cut from a past shot to when they go to Nobuhiko, training his Proud Boys.
Resistance group, right?
His Proud Boys. His Proud Boys. His Proud Kaijins. His Kaijin boys.
His Kaijin boys?
Yeah, his Kaijin boys. He's fucking... Because they really do look like just children for the most part, which is pretty fucked up.
They go them young,
But it's they go from a shot of him doing that to him fighting in the past, training with fucking what's his name, Kentaro, fucking fuck, what is it? What the fuck is his name? Kotaro.
Kotaro.
Yeah. So between the two of them, it's just if you cut back and forth, it's just weird. It gives me just a second of I have to adjust every time, because there's a lot of different characters that are going around doing stuff. Speaking of which, hey, ketamine's back. I can't start my day without a good shot of ketamine in my leg. This is a bad quote to be recorded for the internet, but that's what's happening. Straight up ketamine. Once again, why won't you eat heaven? Why don't you like heaven? Why won't you go to heaven? What is all this stuff about heaven? Well, guess we're gonna find out once your fucking dad has to drink the Kool-Aid. But yeah, Aoi and Kotaro are continuing their domestic life together. Don't really know what's going on there.
Hey, look, Jill, you got nowhere else to run,
Yeah, they're just two loners living together. They're finding, if this was a different series, this would just be about a homeless man living with a girl that finds a homeless man and winds up living with him in his fucking shack because she's able to find happiness even though her parents kicked her out or were abusive or something. And it's Kamen Rider Black Sun, so it's about fucking a dude who's a fucking bug man and bug racism, and she's a fucking activist, a high school activist for equal rights, and there's all sorts of racism going on and all this other shit, and the monster people and the fucking plan to kidnap the he was part of a plan to kidnap the prime minister's grandson 50 years ago, and it's oh, okay, this is a lot more than just this could have just been a homeless man hangs out with small girl and they both learn to reconnect with the world by the end, but it's no, this is Kamen Rider. There's way more happening here. But yeah, I guess I guess Gorgum has a guy out in the fucking nowhere running a secret lab to make people into kaijin, even though we already saw last episode they also have a guy that will just make people into kaijin because they're selling them on the black market. But this is a different kaijin making place. Okay, sure. I don't know why we need two facilities. I guess this might be
this is the illegal experiment one, right?
Yeah, I guess this is fucking what's his face, Bill Genia's specific, like maybe he set up his own facilities for his own purposes.
Yeah, like for his illegal ones, where right? You think that one like is for? You think that one is for volunteers, and this one is for volunteers?
I mean, one is for volunteers in volunteers in quotes, because it's like we tricked you and now you're being sold off, like in human trafficking, well, kaijin trafficking, and then one is like this is for like re-education. We're sending you to a re-education camp. We're going to like.
Hey, look,
we're going to make sure that your
card, your COVID card says you're on the red. You have a red sticker now, you know, right?
Yeah.
Hey, take this free trip. Get on the bus. Get on this to go to a new place where we'll treat you, you know.
Yeah,
right?
Go hang out in the tents and don't leave your apartment. Don't ask questions. Proud leader Xi Jinping will help you.
Some good old juice, you know, like
he gets juiced up. And then we cut to fucking Nobuhiko training his kaijin boys. Where we have our Sparrow Boy
this is like
getting
the
hit
worst.
with a baseball
this is
bat.
such a dainty little location. You couldn't even train them outside, you know,
Nope.
right? Like,
well,
like,
otherwise they'd know
no,
what is happening.
There's no space in this area, you know, right? Like people are struggling to move back and forth, right? Like, you guys, this could have been. I was like, it's like those when you're in school and you ask your teacher, "Hey, can we have class outside today?" You know, type of situation. You know, you think you want to ask nobody. He goes like, "Hey, can we train outside today instead?"
And it's also funny because it looks like it's supposed to. I can't tell because of like the filming if this is supposed to be like winter or fall, like in the place, like in the actual setting, or if it's just like shot in a way that's supposed to look with like cold colors, like soft light.
Yeah,
I feel like it's supposed to be winter. Like that seems to be what it is. Like both in the
everyone
past
has been
and
wearing
now.
fall clothing. You know, right?
So it makes sense. It's just like I feel like they're also
I feel
inside.
like you train better in winter, you know, right? You're supposed to have them train outside. Well, that's how you build character, you know.
Oh, that's how you build fucking disease. That's how you build getting sick.
Oh, you should have been dealt with that by now, you know.
Yeah,
right?
You should have worked that out. Only the strong survive.
Yeah,
you should weed out the weak kaijin.
Look, your immune system should have been built up on all these by this point, you know, right?
Do you think kaijin? Oh boy. I really, you know, I don't want to get into the eugenics of it, but it's like, do kaijins get sick like people do? Like, do they, like, do you think that some...
Oh, what's the disease like?
Like, do you think that they have to get flu shots? Like, or do you think that, like, their kaijin cells, like, eat the...
right?
The flu? Do you think if, let's say, I don't know, Komori, like, let's say he got like a cold or like a nasal infection, right, or something.
And he bit someone,
and
right?
then he like bit someone, or like he was at a marketplace, and he like sneezed. Yeah, he sneezed a little bit and didn't cover his hands. He wasn't wearing a mask. Do you think that would turn into like a international pandemic or something? Do you think they call it the kaijin? They call it the kaijin flu. Kaijin influenza.
Oh, right. Uh-oh. Like how
it would be cars, right? Kaijin auto respiratory syndrome, whatever it was.
I don't know. Hold on. Would it be cars with a C or car with a K because he's Komori? And,
no, it would be K for kaijin.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah. Boy. Don't. Yeah. Anyway. Sure hope that doesn't become a problem again.
Yeah.
Hey, get your shots. Boosters are a thing. It's winter. You're going to die.
Yeah. Hey. Look. There's three big ones happening this winter that they're telling you to get your shots for. You know.
Yeah.
Right. Hey.
I don't want no super flu. Fuck.
And then, and then back then, you know what's the good thing about, that's one of my favorite things about the 70s, how there was no sanitation back there, how you just fucking put food into a tin, to like a tin can, and said,
Yeah, this is my meat Jello that I keep in like a Mentos tin
right?
that I fold out and I toss around, and you can put in your pocket afterwards like it's a fucking granola bar,
right?
even though it's clearly a wet, jiggly mass.
Right? It's safe to eat out of this, right? There's nothing from the tin that can get into the meat,
Yeah, there's nothing from the tin that can get into the meat, and also there's nothing from the tin. Nothing bad has ever come from a tin, like chewing tobacco, or fucking like designer drug pills, fucking goddamn fucking I guess ecstasy, fucking MDMA, probably ketamine too. This is probably how it started. Like,
yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, they find out that Heat Heaven is some good shit. And that's how they hook you. The first one's free.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, let's go find some.
We found a water source.
Yeah, we found some water finally. We decided to camp here, but we hadn't figured out the water yet. If you're gonna create
like an outshoot community, you should probably get that stuff checked out beforehand instead of
before you say this is our like base camp, you should probably figure out like a safe water source first.
Right.
And also, I'm not convinced that is a safe water source because it's dripping down a bunch of plants. And
the water will wash it away if there's anything on them, right?
That's not true. Here's a fun fact: the thing that causes a reaction with poison ivy is the oils, and oil, if you know, spreads when applied to water because it doesn't mix, and it just will spread down. I'm just saying they could be drinking poison ivy water and not know it, and that's fucking disgusting.
Also, I was like, it's like a little stream that's coming out like the side of the mouth, right?
Yeah,
like they couldn't film at a location that had like
a waterfall or like a creek.
So they just stuck a hose inside like the side of this building.
Oh yeah, someone took. It's probably not even that. It's like someone took like a 6-gallon jug, right? Or they had a bunch of jugs. And yeah, they probably took a hose, but they went into this park and ran the hose up the side of the wall, and they're just like, shoot around it. Just don't hide it, really bury it under the leaves and shit, and just pour some water out and let it run for whatever. Because it's not like coming from rainwater. It's coming from, I guess, a stream, but we don't know where that stream is.
But it's just fucking because the words like you don't see anything wet or anything to indicate that it's like it's just randomly coming out like a random hole in the side of
I think that's just I'm gonna assume that's just fucking hose water coming out.
Right.
But you know that typical thing that they do in rom-com movies where the girl washes her face and says, I have nothing to dry my face off with, and then the guy tries to reach for something, and then she just goes, I'm going to rub my face on on your fucking shirt, with all my makeup and stuff, or something, and it's just like, what? I'd be so fucking confused. I understand that I'm bad at picking up signals sometimes. It's a fucking miracle I've been in a relationship for 6 years, but, boy, I would be so fucking confused if this girl, I would not have taken, if she had been like, I forgot my handkerchief, I probably would have reacted with, okay, so try it with your sleeve. Why are you doing this? It's like, no, I want to dry it on your shirt. I was like, no, don't dry it on my shirt. You'll get dirty. I don't want that. That's just me as a reflexive, reaction of just, what the fuck? And then it's like, this turns into a kiss in a moment of, them having this intimate moment, and it's like, oh, okay, is that what things are like for other people? I don't know about that. I don't know how to do that. But hey, Kotaro gets cucked. Sucks to suck.
Yeah, I guess this is what the breaking point of their relationship.
Yeah. Right? Oh no, he got the girl. But you know what?
Right?
I've got to be honest. It feels better that it's happening for Nobuhiko. Then that Nobuhiko's the one hooking up with her, because I feel like Nobuhiko would actually be Nobuhiko would be pissed off, but I feel like Kotaro is just generally the more well-rounded one. So it's if one of them is going to lose out on love, I'm less worried about
I mean, that's the problem with this
Kotaro going on a shooting spree.
Right. I think the problem is you can't just establish a love triangle plot this way, if there's like been no establishment beforehand, like I
No,
don't
but
think they ever.
no, they've been, because they said at the beginning that it was like that when Nobuhiko came back and found Kotaro in the bus, he was like, we should do it for what's her face, Yukimi, or Yukari, sorry.
Yeah.
But then when Oliver Johnson like takes them to the meeting, they both like have a reaction of like, oh shit, she's hot. Like they've kind of been subtly like, I will say that they have been like getting horny for her the entire time, and I think that intentionally, right? Like it was set up as these two guys.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes more sense.
Meet the pretty girl, and she's like strong-willed and stuff, and they've both kind of like had reactions and like stolen glances of like, ooh, she's talking to him. Oh, she's talking to him. Which one of us will she choose? Like we keep. They've been kind of like both making plays to like be with her, but like Nobuhiko has always been more like assertive and like trying to actually hang out with her. So I think it just went the way that it would go. But like, I don't think that it's out of nowhere. I think that it was a properly like. There was enough of a foundation that was set up. It was just you had to actually
pay attention.
You had to pay attention to it and like pay attention to what's happening with all the people. Which again is my issue with jumping back and forth between not only the multiple timelines but the multiple characters in each timeline. So it gets very disjointed. So you have to go
right.
Okay, what was going on with them? Yeah. Right. So because it goes from this and then goes right back to fucking Garo shit. Yeah. Nobuhiko. Nobuhiko giving the present kids
Jello.
Heat Heaven.
Yeah, hey, you're giving his orphan army some right? Hey, look, like, the greatest army, orphans, Nobu would ever pay attention.
Hey, it worked in Iron Blood Orphans, right? Because the orphans won in that, right? Right? They won, right? They're not dead, right? Why would they die? God, that's the dumbest fucking complaint I hear people have about
Iron Blood Orphans. It looks like there's like gushers in one of them.
Yeah, it looks. They look fucking. I mean, for me, I don't like fruit snacks, but like, this is like actually, if I were in a like being raised as like a freedom fighter / like Antifa like Kaijin boy, like. I don't know that I would.
Oh, I think this might.
I think this might be where I leave. I think this might be where I leave. Like if they go, eat from the tin bowl full of Jello meat, and I go, no, I'm not doing that. No,
but don't worry, all the kids love it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it makes it's that good shit.
Yum 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 yum, right?
Yeah. Nothing like a charismatic leader telling everybody to eat from the bowl, so that they can't turn back. Yep, that's never gone wrong ever, especially in the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Right.
R. Kelly, fucking that guy, that family that like kept all their kids in their basement. That guy in like Ohio that kept like 3 women in his basement for like 6 years or something. Anyway, yeah, that's never gone bad before.
Yeah. Don't worry, always dad shows up, He broke free, he got out.
He broke free, even though Bill Genia shortly before is like, don't worry, I've got a plan, because obviously if Black Sun is protecting this... If Black Sun is protecting this girl, it's probably because she has a Kingstone. There's no other reason why he would fucking, like, put up with her bullshit for this long.
Right? Look, she was out trying to ask questions. Look, it's her dad again after all these years, Right?
Yeah, and he's not dead. He totally survived the attack that made him absent when he was trying to get there to see you.
Right? When he was escaping and everything. And then our boy, hey,
he made it.
Does the fucking guy have a name? I'm pretty sure he has a name, but I don't think we...
The racist guy?
Yeah, the one with the microphone.
Fuck. Yes, but I'm trying to... Igaki Wataru.
Oh, is that what it is?
So I think they refer to him as Igaki.
The one part is like there's too many characters listed on the Wikipedia's cast page.
Yeah, I had to look through it. I found because at least it shows pictures with them, so I found the picture of the guy. It's Igaki Wataru. But yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hey, look,
Yeah.
look.
He's real racist. I mean, it's just. It's like, it's not just racism at this point, it's also like classist of like, boy, look at all these poor people. It's like these poor...
Look, they're using our tax money and everything, right?
Yeah, I can't believe we have... System. They're making our streets filthy. I can't, like, Jesus Christ, this is such overt racism, and it's like, it's not like it's abnormal in 2022 in America, it's just so weird to see this represented in Japan. Because it's like, it seems hyperbolic, except for you think about the last, like, 5 years in America, and you go, no, this is pretty accurate, this is pretty on the nose, like, it's pretty similar. I'm getting, honestly, I remember this.
Nothing serves as a better writing to get you kickstarted on your writing than looking at American history, you know?
I guess so. Why go for, like, writing things with, like, what was that Law and Order quote? It's like, there is no Bible for this. There's nothing better than stripper killed at Topless Bar, or stripper decapitated at Topless Bar, like in the headlines, like, because it's just like, why write about anything else? We have the most ridiculous plot lines happening right here in America. Let's just use those. So I guess Igaki, that makes Igaki Steve Bannon, Steven Crowder, you know, who else, Alex Jones, Igaki's Alex Jones.
Oh, is he the Alex Jones?
Actually, although, maybe he's more Kanye at this point.
Yeah.
It's pretty overt racism. He does have a
lot of followers, you know.
He's got a lot of followers and a lot of overt racism.
Boy,
but yeah,
did you notice the little girl kaijin?
There's a lot of... Look, I'm not trying to say that I'm part of the Igaki... I'm not saying that Igaki is a bad person. I'm not saying that I support Igaki, but maybe he had some good points. Some of these people are very weird looking, alright? There's one kaiju in the shot at, like, 2220 that just looks like a Neanderthal, like a caveman that got defrosted.
I noticed that, too! I'm really confusing on what's like right.
What's a kaijin and what's not?
This is all just fucking old, right? And we've been saying how this is just old fucking
Yeah, but then there's these two little kids, and one is like you're a lizard kaijin or like a snake or something, right? And then the other one is... I'm
not even sure what the girl
brain
is.
coral? Are you from... Like, that looks like the Last of Us TV show.
Right? Right, because we thought they were all, like, animal-based or something.
Yeah,
before,
at least animal-based seemed to make sense, but... Okay, right? That's just a caveman.
You can even see, like, a fucking bee wasp, too, just chilling in the background.
Oh, yeah,
right? Right, I was like, when I saw it, I was like, what is she supposed to be? Right, I was vividly confused.
Yeah,
on what her design is.
But hey, look, now that Shunsuke's gotten his big boy,
you know,
he's a big boy, he's learned everything, and now he's got the strongest weapon his bird body can give, shitting on a man's head. I mean, you don't have to be a bird to do that. You could just, like, that's just a solid move to say that you're mad at somebody.
He want the height advantage, you know,
yeah.
Right?
I'm just saying, if you... I gotta be honest, if... it seems like a pretty... It seems like a pretty great thing to hold, literally, in your back pocket. You know, if you're trying to counter-protest somebody and you just poop in your hand and just fling it at them, you know, sometimes you just gotta take shit into your own hands, you know? Just throw it at them. You always gotta have one in the holder, you know, locked and loaded. Right? Yeah. Make sure you have a nice protein-rich diet, lots of beans.
Right? Those bird seeds are coming through, you know? Yeah. Right?
But yeah, anyway, back to Kotaro and his burgeoning relationship with Aoi, and maybe she's... I assume, right, that Kotaro must have noticed that Aoi's dad was a kaijin from the very
Yeah,
but
right?
but they haven't explained this thing about like the smell situation, right? And so it's like, oh, kaijins, they smell, but we haven't seen anyone actually just like explain that they smell.
Why?
It's just people and like what it is that like makes it so noticeable, and like people seem to notice it so fast that I can only think like it feels more like they just notice it on sight and then say that they're smelly, but it doesn't make sense because they just look like other people too.
Yeah.
So what's the issue? Where is the smell? And why would Aoi's dad not smell like that? Like, maybe no, I wouldn't. I was gonna say maybe she can't smell it because Kotaro's smell is so strong, but we established with Shunsuke that he could detect the fucking Thorn Woman as a kaijin, like, and theoretically it might have something like the strength of their power might come from the relate to the intensity of the smell, but like it's not clear. And it's just, okay, I guess we'll just keep dealing with this. But yeah, hey, don't mind me, father and daughter just taking a walk down this alleyway. Nothing bad could possibly happen. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Everything's safe. Don't ask... Oh, wait, she started asking difficult questions. And then the kaijin dad starts freaking the fuck out. But yeah. Anyway, and now Nobuhiko also knows that the girl might have a Kingstone, and the race for a Kingstone is fast approaching.
Who can catch this little girl first?
Yeah, who can catch this little girl and take her precious jewel? Who can steal the precious jewel from this little girl? Yeah, this underage high school girl in Japan. Yeah.
Right. Hey, look, her dad might be a kaijin now. He's foaming at the mouth, and he has a giant crab arm.
Yeah, right? Crab man.
Yeah,
crab
hey, but don't worry, she does the cool move that Kotaro taught her, right? It paid off in the end.
Yeah, Dad, my new dad taught me how to flip my old dad off of me.
I did the cool move,
I learned the judo move.
Right? Where I stepped on his foot and then just knee him in the stomach, and that got him. Right?
You know what always makes me curious? I don't know why crabs foam, like make little bubble.
Oh, why they do it?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like, is that?
Is it? I think it's releasing air, right?
Right, but is it air and water because they don't have enough water, or is it like what is? I'll look it up. Why the crabs foam?
Why do crab from the mouth? Let's see. Foam
from the mouth. Okay, yeah.
Let's see. And the part of is foaming in the mouth like a crab, but no, it is breathing air instead of water. Okay, there you go.
Cool. Wait, hold on. I just want to see how long can crabs live out of water. How long? Okay, just like fish, blue crabs can breathe using gills. However, unlike fish, blue crabs can survive out of water for long periods of time, even over 24 hours, as long as their gills are kept moist. So, I could keep a crab as a outside pet if I just put sponges over its gills. That's what I'm getting. If I just keep spritzing my crab, I can keep a crab.
Like a plant? Like one a day? You just
I think it's probably. I'll probably have to do it more than once a day. Probably have to do it, but like if I just put it
20 hours.
24. I'm just saying. It says as long as their gills are kept moist, but that depends on how long the gills stay moist.
Also depends on the humidity of the environment.
Right. So like if I put like a couple of small sponges on top of the crab's gills, and I just soak them up.
Are you gonna tape them? Or are you gonna?
Yeah, probably just a little bit of tape, like some surgical tape. Just tape that down on the crab, and then just pour some water on them. Spray gun some water on them as I see them drying up. I go, oh, hey buddy, hey, let me get you some water. There you go. And then crab can be like, oh, crab, yeah, okay, cool, good. Give me that. Give me that water. Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. You get to live another day. And then I just have a land crab.
Right. That's it. You know,
Yeah.
look, hey, those fucking stupid aquarium glasses, those are big as fuck. They take up so much space. Why should I buy that when I can just have a little corner, you know?
Yeah,
right?
I could just have him walk around all the time. Why get a cat that can hunt mice when I could get a crab that could slice them in half with its pincers?
Oh. Hey, the crab will be fast enough to catch it, you know?
Look,
right?
I once... God, I have... So... Family things. So my dad's house in Virginia is on the river, so we can catch crabs, like, whenever the fuck we want. We can just throw out crab traps and go and pull them back in. We went and did that once, and we went, like, further in, so we went on, like, the boat to, like, do it, and we pulled the crabs up, and then we were pouring them out into the bucket, and one of them fell out, and my dad was like, grab the crab to put it in the bucket. And I was, like, 10, 12, and I reached for the crab, and it just immediately, big pincer grabs my index finger, like hard lines onto it, and I just fling my hand back, bleeding everywhere, just blood like it just all of immediately just it's a squirter, like just going all over the fucking the boat, and it's a white boat too, so my dad is just kind of like, oh Jesus Christ, like, oh fuck, and he's just like, okay, grab the crab, and he's like, you're gonna be okay, it's just a little wound, you're gonna be alright. I'm like, this fucking crab just fucking sliced my finger. Yeah, that was pretty traumatic. Fuck crabs, but hey, that's why I eat them. It's a power thing now. It's about sending a message. But yeah, hey, meanwhile, just two bros hanging out, having a beer, eating some snacks.
Yeah. Watching
famously,
a teenage girl run by.
Yeah,
right,
famously how. But I'm just saying, famously how, you know, that typical Animal Kingdom relationship between whales and bats.
No, they got nothing else to do. Very convenient. They were just there hanging out, you know, right?
Yeah, just somehow they're just hanging out, just like usual.
And they just watch on like a teenage girl get chased, and they're like, "Oh, man, should we do something?"
I've got to be honest.
I love how
if it weren't for the Crabman popping up, I probably would just be like, "Well, that was weird," like, because I just assume, like, if someone's just running down the street, I don't assume that something's wrong. I just assume,
if they're not actively running towards you, saying, "Help me, help me."
Yeah, if they're not running around yelling help, then I'm not, like, going to immediately assume that just because they're running down the street, they need help. But if a Crabman runs up behind her, yeah, I'm gonna assume that she's probably being chased by the Crabman. But right? Yeah, hey,
I like the best was how when he runs around the corner, right? She doesn't run towards them sitting there, right? It's like, well, hey, I have to, right? It's like two options for you to run, right? We have to split, like, boy, do I take the safe route, or do I just go take the optional route, you know, right? Like the route that. Do I go for the route that goes for safety? But the worst part is, like, she turns the corner, and there's definitely, instead of running towards a building, right, where there's occupant people, right, saying, help, I'm being chased by a fucking crab man, you know, I'm just gonna run the corner instead, you know, right? Maybe that'll throw him off, you know, right?
I like the idea of, like, she's trying to use tactics for evading a crab. So she's like, it's like cows. Like, they can go upstairs, but they can't go downstairs. So if she just runs all the way up and then just runs down, he'll be stuck there, and then his gills will dry out, and then he'll die. So it's perfect.
Yeah, this is just fun, right? I just running like there's definitely two people like she definitely.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. She knows that crabs will need to get water, and so he can't run and chase her forever. She just got to keep him in direct sunlight in the cold winter, the dry winter air. So he's not going to get any moisture. He's just going to die.
And then, meanwhile, Nobuhiko and
Kotaro are now racing to both try and get to the girl. I wonder who will get there first. Oh, wait, we're not even going to get there because we're going to have to fight as bros for the first time, I guess, in a while.
Right.
Still haven't gotten their full transformations, I guess, but hey, it's bug boy fight.
Yeah. Look, one of them needs the Kingstone Moors, you know, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so hey, look, Aoi runs into a auditorium, abandoned school, or whatever the fuck. I don't know where she's running to in hiding from the her crab dad, right? Like, hey, can't find me. Boy, hey, just probably stay hidden, right? Clearly, it is a threat. You should not reveal your position.
I can't tell what this building is supposed to be. It seems like an abandoned either theater or like abandoned or I can't tell if it's like an abandoned like
but the problem is like on the third floor, right?
Yeah, but
she went all the way up.
Yeah, but I mean there are some. I mean there have been theaters that are like above ground, like before. Do you remember when the downtown Silver Spring mall had a movie theater in it?
Yes.
Like it used to, like, I mean, this was, I think it probably went out of business by like 2004 or something, like early on, but it was it was on the top floor where Dave & Buster's was, and so it's like, sometimes you do that. Sometimes there's a place in DC that has one, like in, I think, Chinatown Gallery Place, that's like above. It's not like 3 floors up, but it's like on the second floor, like as a movie theater, and there's a bunch of other shit downstairs. So it's like, that's kind of weird. So, I mean, sometimes they're not just fucking sunken places or like first floor, even though it makes the most sense in my mind. But yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but hey, look, I'm always really bad at sneaking, Boy, yeah. Hey, look, she's not good at sneaking, it turns out. She messed that up.
Yeah, she's so scared of... why...
Yeah, she reveals her position.
Yeah. Oh no. She would not survive in The Last of Us with Joel. Oh no, is this just The Last of Us?
And then her dad is now full dad. Boy, I don't know if you know this, but he fucking walks sideways too, which is real fucking funny. It took me a while to notice, like, especially when she's running from him, right? He's fucking running sideways like an actual fucking crab.
Look, when you turn into a crab, alright, you gotta move in a certain way.
You get all the crab's fucking abilities and all
all of its idiosyncrasies. God, that's... I will say, though, the crab kaijin actually kind of looks cool. Like, unlike a lot of the other ones.
Right.
He just, like, the way that he moves is weird.
A modern suit, right? Unlike all the other kaijins which are just Showa-era suits that they're like, oh boy, this is in the fucking backline.
Yeah, speaking of Showa-era suits, oh look, it's Free Willy. He showed back up to save the day.
He's here, but don't worry, but don't worry, he fucking rips the arm off. Holy fuck.
Yeah, that thing, that typical Animal Kingdom relationship where whales rip crabs' arms off. I assume, honestly though, I mean, they probably suck up crabs in their mouths more often than we think. Like, they eat krill just by, like, sucking it in. I assume they suck in all sorts of other shit too.
Right.
But yeah, it turns out flippers can break off a fucking crab arm, which is nuts to me. Because I can barely do that with my own hands.
I can we also get some crab juice as he rips off the arms as well. Like,
Hey, get some butter, grill that up, cook that up. Throw some Old Bay.
Boy, hey, that's the thing I was gonna say by the end of this. Hey, Kira gets stabbed. Right? But then don't worry, always reasoning comes in at the last moment.
Please, Father, come back to me. Stop being a crab man.
Right, and then not working. So hey, we gotta. But then Kira has to put him out of his mercy by ripping his stomach apart.
Look, hey,
opening his stomach.
This is as always a violent fucking show. It's right off the bat. It was violent.
Thing, right? Here's the thing, right? So when you transform into a kaijin and you get damaged, right?
Yeah, it translates to your human body.
But that's the thing later in the show where we see her carrying the crab arm around, right?
Yeah.
Right, like I don't understand the transformation. Like what's the correlation? Like how much lasts? Right? Because we know Kira rips off her dad's arm and then he dies and then it transforms back to. Right, but when later she just carries the crab arm, like, oh wait.
Well, I think does she crab? Wait, I guess she's holding because the crab arm
gets ripped off.
Yeah, so once it's ripped off the body in that form, I think it just stays in that form. It doesn't change back. Yeah, because it probably works on, because if transformations are actively based off of stress and like at will, then I would assume that it's something that the body has to like it's not an automatic function of the body, you know, like breathing or blinking. It's something that is just like the body has to tell it to turn back. So that ripped off arm stays as a ripped off arm as a crab, and the ripped off tummy is like ripped off
just
crab
fucking
tummy.
holding her dad's arm throughout the rest of the episode, you know.
Well, now she has
dies.
Hey, she knows how Monster Hunter works. You know, you gotta get the carbs and make a weapon out of it. You know, she's gonna come back later and she's gonna be the crab warrior.
Oh, she's gonna have a crab sword, you know?
Yeah.
Make a pincer, and make some dual pincers out of that.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. She's gonna be a crab fighter. Or a crab hammer.
Yeah. Yeah, her dad dies.
Yep,
her dad dies.
Dead crab dad.
Foams out, you know? Like, it becomes just a bunch of foams.
Yep.
And everything.
Just as you know that crabs do. But yeah, back to the fight between White and Black. I mean, Kotaro and Nobuhiko.
Look, they have their moment, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
More action of the back legs, the
I
literal back legs working.
It in the show, right? Instead of just having their as aesthetic, like, oh hey, look at these stupid things we have on our back. Like they actively use it for their fight, you know, right? Which is really cool.
Listen, you can't get behind my back if I have legs on my back to push you away.
Right. To punch you, but hey, look, but Nobuhiko takes the L this one, you know, right?
Yeah.
Boy. Right, hey, look, oh man,
that's what happens when you have a ketamine addiction and won't take the heat stone.
Yeah, when you're funded by ketamine, you have way more power than normal,
the
you know,
heaven,
right? Yeah, boy, hey, look, maybe Nobuhiko should stop taking heaven and get on some ketamine instead.
Oh, I mean, sorry, no, Kotaro. Kotaro's the one that gets beaten. Yeah. No, Kotaro loses, and he's on heaven.
No, Nobuhiko.
Oh, it is Nobuhiko, fuck. Yeah, I keep getting them confused.
Kotaro Black Sun, Nobuhiko
right. Yeah. Kotaro of ketamine. It turns out the power of. It turns out the power. Oh, hey, Hey, he's not just Kotaro, right? He's Special K. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So he's Special K with the power of Special K defeats Nobuhiko. And maybe you should have stopped taking the meat jelly and you should have been taking the real shit. But yeah, and then he drives off and leaves him on the street to fucking bleed out, I guess.
Yeah, I don't he should have taken that. He needs to learn. You know,
I wonder if he has partial blindness and a headache and partial deafness.
Yeah, and then I would just walk through her fucking dad's rip-off crab.
His crab arm.
I can't get over this. It looks real fucking funny, right?
Look,
this is supposed to be an emotional scene, but thinking about it, it's real fucking funny, right? It's straight up his arm, right?
The claw is the best part. It's got all the meat, alright? That's where you get all the meat, unless you're a weirdo like my dad and his brothers were like, no, you gotta get the crab you gotta get a mommy crab that was a little bit pregnant. Then you get extra meat. It's like,
you get the crab eggs too.
Yeah, I don't want that extra meat. That's not the extra meat I want.
Yeah, but hey, look, she's walking around. Look, she has her dead crab arm, you know. So, right?
Yeah. Hey, don't ask questions. It's been a long day.
I guess I'll go bury his crab arm now. You know?
Yeah, because that's the only thing that wasn't turned into foam.
Right. I just can't get over the fucking crab arm. It's real funny, right? It's just there.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, look, Gorgon Party not looking too good right now, you know.
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of fracturing.
All the assassins they keep sending keep losing to all these eyes they keep sending to kill a 14-year-old girl, not working out. You know, right?
We thought we really had it in the bag by turning her dad into a weapon that would try to kill her. We thought that would work. We thought we'd play the sentimental angle, and it turns out she wasn't even killed by. She wasn't even killed by. I'm just saying, she wasn't even killed by Black Sun or Shadow Moon. She was killed by the whale. I mean, he was killed by the whale, right? Like they sent him as an assassin to get it from the girl. The idea that I guess that Black Sun or Shadow Moon would have to fight him and she'd get in the way or something. It'd be a whole emotional thing. No, it's just this other dude, this fucking whale guy that we also sent to go get it, and he just defected and said, "Fuck off! I don't want to do this." Black Sun beat the shit out of me. I'm not trying to die. I'm a fucking whale. And then he went, "Oh, I'll fight the crab though. I'll fight the crab. I'll kill the crab."
Hey, you know what they say? hey, look, in the water, I can beat a crab, you know.
Yeah, but I can't beat a locust. No, this
Right?
this black grasshopper is too scary for me.
Yeah, look.
Yeah,
look,
a whale.
Look, a whale has never encountered a grasshopper before. It doesn't know what to do.
What is this thing? It's so
right. It fucking jumps. What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Right?
Yeah, you know, it's like when you put a whale lord against a cricketoon, and you're like, oh man, this cricketoon's definitely gonna beat this whale lord. It knows leaf blade.
Right? It's like that's so funny, right? But yeah, hey, look, then Prime Minister man, is like, hey. Give me the Creation King. I need the juices, you know.
Let's get some more juice. Let's give me some
right?
more.
Let's get more people hooked up, you know, right? Look, I need to win this election, right? Yeah. And then then I'll go meet up with. Fuck, I was gonna say, Jackson, right? But that's the last name, right?
Oh, Oliver Johnson.
No, that's the dad, right?
Wait, who are you talking about?
Dreadlock guy.
Oh, Nick.
Nick. Okay, there we go. I knew it was something. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go meet someone Nick, like, hey, my mom's disappeared now. Hey, my dad was got transferred to a. You know anything? You know anything? You know what's the deal with that? Why that happened? You know.
Yeah.
Right. What's up with that?
Yeah. I don't know if you want to hear this, but it could be bad. And then also, fucking Shunsuke. Boy, let's radicalize the child. That won't be a problem.
Yeah. look, he's doing his thing, you know, right? But yeah, hey, look, all he finds out that, oh man, the reason my parents have been disappearing already was they were on the run. What? Oh my god, I thought they were just deadbeat, you know, but they were on the run. I guess that makes sense. They've been living in a secret kaijin village or something.
Yeah.
Let's go check this out. And boy, hey, look, I like how there's no waitress, owner lady there to harass Shunsuke.
Yeah, for once. Well, she knows that she knows that he's the poop kid now.
Right.
Boy, if you're really trying to like fight the stereotype of ew smelly kaijins, pooping on their head probably isn't the best move.
Right? Do you think that's why they know how they can smell kaijins out?
Because they can smell the bird poop.
Right? Do you think kaijins just don't wash their bottom halves? Is that why?
Oh,
you know?
I mean, we have seen before that it's sometimes kaijins don't get bottom halves. Like, he pooped out of his human butt, and it out came. Like, the reason why bird shit is like that is because they just have a cloaca, right? They don't have like a butthole and like they don't have front parts, you know, really. Like, they don't have it just comes out like that. But I don't know if that's like I don't know if that's the right thing.
Like, how much of like the kaijin animatricity like goes 1-to-1 with humans, you know, right? Right? Because we see like the human arm becomes crab arms, you know, right? Right? The human arm becomes the flipper, right?
Yeah.
You know, right? Yeah. Like how much 1-to-1 does all this have, right? Like, do organs get 1-to-1?
I mean, right? Based off of the crab guy.
There's a duck kaijin, you know? What's going on with the duck kaijin?
Yeah, oh boy, yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? So clearly, right, the crab kaijin had crab guts on the inside. But the spider kaijin had people organs on the inside. Like, when Kotaro ripped into him and pulled out his guts, that was a fucking human intestines. Spiders don't have those. So, I don't know what, like, is that a conscious decision? It clearly seems like it's a bad decision.
Or is that like a stage? Or is that like a stage, right? Like, do you think do you think the crab, her dad's like, just went 100% full crab mode, you know? And not like 50% crab mode, where it's still like, you get like 50% human bits, and you still have like 50% kaijin animal bits, right?
Yeah, if you went full kaijin, or you went half kaijin, you never go half kaijin. You always go full kaijin.
Right? Don't get exposed to human weakness, you know, right?
Yeah. Cover your body in that strong kaijin carapace.
Right? Those exos. You get an exoskeleton, you know.
Yeah. Right? Harden. Make yourself hard like a bug.
Right?
Oh, it's carcinization. That's it. We're gonna be all. It's how we all become king crabs in the end.
Well, everything, or like how everything evolves.
Yeah, everything ends in crabs. It's carcinization. We're just gonna evolve into crabs. Crab kaijin. Crab or bug kaijin? Yeah, exactly. Kaijins are the final evolution, obviously.
Is that it?
Look out for crabs, I guess.
Alright. Alright. Alright, I guess that's this week's episode, alright? Coronavirus is still a thing. Watch this, wear a mask, get your shots. Boosters a thing now. Okay, thanks, bye.